Augusto, you win for the most out of left field comment ever early in a live stream chat ever. That better be a joke. What up, Paul, Craig, Nick, D's nuts? Haven't seen you in a while, brother. How are you doing? Horia, hello. And Augusto, I just don't know what to say to that. Waiting for the dip? Yeah, it kind of looks like everyone's waiting for something. What up, Bullish? What's up, Aviad? Ooh, watching CNBC? Gotcha, gotcha. What up, Knight? How's everyone doing? Dream car, you were definitely not first, just so you know. What up, A-Lag? Permahoy, how you doing? CNBC doing a Bitcoin special? Oh, sell Bitcoin then. Just sell it. Buy the rumor, sell the CNBC Bitcoin special. Is it any good? Or is it just a big mess of hot garbage? Trying to capitalize on that viewership. Speaking of Bitcoin, there's Bitcoin on the 2-hour chart, as I usually do, and just kind of dream car. You need to learn to count to some higher numbers, my friend. Cup with handle, still handling, still living the dream. Still living the dream there. So, you know, there's bullish and bearishness all over Bitcoin. It's a very mixed market. We're still within this bear flag overall, and it's really anyone's guess as to exactly what happens next. I'm actually completely abstaining from Bitcoin. I'm actually actively more playing the altcoins. The altcoin market is much healthier. We have a lot of setups that are very high quality, and we have some moves, so that's a good thing, and not so much in Bitcoin. Bitcoin very, very choppy, even as we live above this 6650 level, which we've been looking to break ever since this high was put in down. Looks like August 15th, 2 weeks ago. So broke there on the upside, and there we go. A whole lot of nothing. When is a handle not a handle? It's not a handle when it turns into a ladle. It's pretty much my answer to that one, although that's not really a thing. No, a handle's pretty much a handle until it gets negated. Kind of like Bitcoin Cash. Remember we talked about the inverted head and shoulders in Bitcoin Cash, and if it undercuts the right-hand shoulder, then it's a negated pattern. Well, it's really not negated until it undercuts that level. So, it's just kind of hanging out. It's really just going sideways. We put a range in here. So we came out of the right side shoulder. There's the low. There's the preceding high, and now we're stuck within a range, albeit low in that range, but we're still stuck within a range. So it can still break up. We just kind of have to wait it out. When are we hitting 4K? I don't know, Cyberpunk. Or Cyberpunk. I don't know, Cyberpunk. You tell me. So I've been covering a lot of coins in the Power Hour over the past couple of weeks, actually. Mainly the past week and a half. We've been hawking several coins. And the ones that have been moving, it's been kind of nice to see some coins moving. We were catching VET. Tried to catch it as it broke out of this handle, but it failed and subsequently went on to base. And now is slowly moving into new highs. Volume's pretty good. Also, Nano. We talked about Nano out of this cup with handle right here. Lots of cup with handles. Cup with handle is an accumulation pattern. It's actually there's your cup with handle right there. Some people may want to call this the cup with handle. I probably won't fight you too much on either one of those being valid. But off to the races after that, subsequently pulling back to a prior basing area. Nano actually looking pretty decent. Nothing's really broken with Nano. Looks like it's at least going to go sideways, if not rally after another pattern forms up here of some kind. But not much to do unless you want to bottom buy Nano. But as you can see, Nano, the action here, very healthy. This high volume green candle putting in a low here, and so far it's being held up, and that's really what you want to see. Did I make profit on Theta today? No, I don't think so. I think I'm a little in the negative, to be honest with you. Let's go check out Theta. Oh, right on Theta. No, looks like I'm just about even. Maybe, no, I'm a little under. I think I bought it just under this trend line break because it was going on that candle right there. So, nope, not really. I'm down like, 1%, which is fine. We'll just let that one go. Not a bad cup and handle on ONT. Oh, with this one right there. It's a little low for a proper handle, to be honest with you. It's a little low, so there's a definition about a cup with handle, and the middle of the handle really should put in about the middle of the handle should be right there. That's where the middle of the handle at the 50% level of the cup. That's technically where it needs to be, and you can see it barely rallied to 50% on the right side if you consider this a cup, which I do not. If, as you can see here, I have it as a symmetrical triangle and a subsequently lower trend line here. And then the breakout from right there is kind of what we're going off of, and also the subsequent break of this. So not really a cup with cup and handle, but definitely a thing. And there's a little bull flag scenario, and looks like off to the races we go. Great, pretty good volume right there. Actually, good volume right there. I just wish it was going a little bit more. Vet running right now, cool. Let me get to some of the other questions here I may have missed. Someone asked about IOTA. Abhishank says IOTA's doing good. We weren't really super bullish on IOTA today. Let's go. Actually, you know what? It's not in the. Oh yeah, it is in the top 20 coins. This was yesterday. Do we have a note on the Power Hour spreadsheet on IOTA? I don't think we do on IOTA. I don't think IOTA's in the spreadsheet. Oh, it is. It's in purgatory. We put IOTA in purgatory, ladies and gentlemen. So it's in purgatory until, well, I'll have to get on the Bitcoin chart. But yeah, good moving. Actually, good move in IOTA. Good volume right there. Volume expanding. The average volume line coming up pretty much as of yesterday. So we may have to take it out of purgatory tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. And yeah, VET doing really nicely. Let's get to... Am I in top? Oh, there we go. And I'm getting some alerts on the in the Slack chat room on IOST right now. And I've been getting alerts on Tron, guys, pretty much for the past 3 hours. And Tron's doing it's doing okay. What was our note on Tron we had? So for those of you guys that don't know what I'm doing, we keep a spreadsheet for the Power Hour, list of about 40 to 60 coins active, and we have another 20 in what we call purgatory, which means they're misbehaving, and we have alert levels placed on those so we can get interested in them again. But we've been getting alerts on Tron all day, and Tron's been 358. I'd have to go down to the Power Hour spreadsheet. Let's go to the Power Hour spreadsheet. And 358 right there. So that's why it's been chopping around that 358 area. So not too bad in Tron. What up, Eli? What the hell is moving? Absolutely low. I've been collecting excess wire and pipe from job sites for 2 years, taking 530 pounds of pure copper to the scrapyard tomorrow. I'll have a few bucks to practice with and not be emotionally attached. That's awesome. Great job, guys. Yeah. If you guys are new to trading, it's not healthy nor wise to invest with money that you actually rely on. Any money that you trade with should be money that you don't need for bills. I'm not going to say money you can't live without. I don't think that's a thing. But I do think that if you're going to trade, it shouldn't be with money that you need for bills in any way, shape, or form. So I like D's Nuts strategy right there. Doing some recycling from the job site. That should get you some good stuff. Copper's like what, $1.25 a pound these days? That's some good money. I like that. How's Litecoin looking? Rally with Bitcoin or bust? Well, it may rally with Bitcoin, but Litecoin right now not looking so great. It's been very lackluster in terms of moving. Looks like it's starting to head up a little bit here. You can see we have a horizontal trend line here to 58.65 level. That's where our alert is set, which is just above this current little basing point. I could probably lower it slightly. I probably could lower it down here to like 58.50. In fact, I'll update that in the spreadsheet, guys. So 58.50 for Litecoin. That's kind of the excuse me. That's kind of the go mode, and we're getting right to that squeezing point where it's going to have to make a decision. And so far, it looks like it wants higher. So maybe it'll go regardless of what Bitcoin does. But speaking of Bitcoin, pretty good. Going slightly lower here for the past. Looks like 8 hours on very low volume could bode well for Bitcoin here in the near future, which would also bode well for Bitcoin Cash, which has been acting fairly lackluster right along with Litecoin. as well as Litecoin, which, as we notice, has been acting fairly lackluster, which is good. You never want to short a boring market is a saying that is generally correct. And with Ethereum getting very boring as well, very light volume on Ethereum too here. So definitely one of those times where it pays to kind of be patient, let the market come to you. Could you take a position here and anticipation of it going higher? I guess you could, but you run the risk of us rolling over, and that is a possibility as well. We've seen the markets look fairly bullish and roll over for no apparent reason. So what is going to be the catalyst to pop higher? Don't know if we're going to get one. What's going to be a catalyst to pop lower? Also don't know if we're going to get one. Just kind of have to go with whatever the market gives you. And if you want to put buy stops over some of these lower high areas to get you involved in case it pumps, I think that's acceptable. We're now at a point in time in the charts where buying is probably really warranted in a lot of the names. If you haven't made any trades in the past 2 weeks, as some of these have been running, if you've been staying on the sidelines, we're coming to a point where some coins are moving, like Neo's moving here up at about $20. It popped earlier today. Actually, I think in the middle of the power hour, it started popping. Yeah, right there. Okay. Yeah, it started popping right there in the middle of the power hour. Boom. And then looks like off to the races again. Another leg up, crossing a prior high, coming out of this declining channel. And I think you're going to start seeing that in a lot more of these charts that are kind of setting up. And Litecoin's looking like it's setting up for higher prices. XLM's kind of being weird, but it still may go as well. You can see right there it's trying to take out a prior high. So a lot of these altcoins looking really healthy for some good bull moves right now. You can kind of go down the stack, and most of them look pretty good. But I still would be careful what you put money into. Definitely don't just arbitrarily throw money around. Ted, it should be getting a stream there, buddy. Marco says ICX preparing for the next rally. Let's take a peek, Marco. Let's take a peek. We have ICX towards the top here, down 438. So, yeah, we talked this morning that it came down to they all kind of had a similar bottoming candle, similar area. And yeah, Icon looking pretty healthy here, volume declining very nicely. The price level seems to have somewhat stabilized. It had a nice pop here, and then now kind of rolling over a little bit, but still above these prior lows. So you have a potential here for a fairly low risk entry point at about 3% on nice volume. But you don't have the expectation of it working immediately, although it definitely could get going and may not go much lower. That would be pretty healthy. And as we all know, ICX breaking out of a very nice cup with handle here. Lots of beautiful cup with handles all over, which is great. I mean, I love it. Those are good chart patterns to buy out of, guys. And you can see this one on ICX. There's your cup with handle. There's your buy point. And boom, blew right through it. And there you go, off to the races. Paulie says 88 will go crazy after BitMEX shorters cover. Yeah, could be. Definitely could happen. Which coin is good for day trading? Everything is good for day trading. Any coin you can trade into USD, says Eli. Yeah, definitely true. Alexander says sentiment still seems very pessimistic, which to me means we have maybe bottomed. People are very skeptical about a rally. I keep seeing anything optimistic get downvoted. Any thoughts? Yeah, I don't care about what people think. I just trade the charts, to be honest with you. If people are pessimistic, that could mean good thing for the altcoin markets. Not so sure about Bitcoin. Again, it's kind of trading in its own environment. But right now, a lot of the altcoins are setting up, having very nice chart patterns, very good volume patterns. And so you have to go with that regardless of what anyone thinks or says. It doesn't really matter. As a matter of fact, anything you think or say should be taken with a grain of salt. Well, except for stuff I say, because I don't care what other people say. So I'm just going to tell you what I think. And yeah, right now everything's setting up like it's good to go. So don't let FUD hit you. And if you see something you like, don't be hesitant. I think at least in the altcoin market, this is a situation where you can pretty much trade with trade again. I mean, it's open trading season. We saw an extreme sell-off in altcoins. Looks like, what, 2 weeks now? Almost 2 weeks worth of basing for many of these. Some of them already had a pump or two, and some of them may continue. And some of them are going to fail like a normal market would. So I think the altcoins are healthy here for the foreseeable future, and we'll see if we see some heavy reversals on the next potential upthrust. That would really be negative on the market if you see, a lot of things pump up and then like heavy reversals. So like NEO here after the pump today on very good volume, you can see that huge green volume candle. If we go a little bit higher than this and have a big reaction to it, that's obviously going to be negative. But outside of that, it's pretty much go mode, and I don't think you trade with that failure in the back of your mind. You just trade your normal positions with your normal stop losses and your normal strategy, and if the market is healthy, you'll make money. If it's not healthy, you'll get stopped out, and that's what trading is. Amazon making new highs after market, says Eli. Yeah, well, it was within like $1 of that, so not too bad right there. Polly says, did you see how tons of MEX shorts got trapped today below 6,700? Bull whale, Finex 6,700, huge iceberg trap shorts pump, same as did at 63 and 65. No, I didn't notice that exact sequence of events, but I'll take your word for it. I mean, it sure is something that they can probably do and probably do. So yeah, guys, be careful if you're on those exchanges that offer leverage for sure. Ted says, if Bitcoin drops, then alt season is over. Could be. Yeah, absolutely could be. That's why I said, if trade your normal strategy, have your stop losses in place, trade good chart patterns, look for good volume, and then if it goes against you, it goes against you. But you can't be scared to pull the trigger, guys, because we have no idea what's going to work and no idea what's not going to work. So if you see a signal that fits your strategy, you simply take it. I mean, really, we've, like I said, 2 weeks since we had that really big altcoin dump. So it's looking pretty good. I mean, we look at these charts, guys. We go over 40, 50, 60, probably more than that, coins every single day in the power hour. And so we've been watching this market kind of evolve. We've seen, weakness come in. We saw the bottom. We saw the initial run-ups, the continuations, the consolidations. Now it looks like we're ready for another level of breakouts, and some have already broken out. You see NEO here on my screen broken out. We saw Nano run the other day. We see gas up 15%. There we go. Yeah, there you go, guys. 81 in the power hour. Catch gas. We talked about that right out of that. I didn't notice. I didn't notice an alert on gas. Did our alert get hit? 89 100. Did I not set that correctly? 1 2 3 4 5 6. That looks like I set that properly. I didn't see an alert go off on gas, guys. Did you? But right there, we were talking about that little low volume area, and then boom, off to the races and gas. Look at that. Beautiful 10% in like 2 hours. Albeit another big selling candle. So gas has been one of those that's had these big pumps, but it doesn't really go very far. It tends to pull back and then pump and then pull back and then pump. So if you're ready and willing and patient enough to take profits during that cycle, I think you could do good. Probably another profit-taking opportunity, to be honest with you, in gas with this type of a pattern. If you guys did get in on gas, I would definitely think about taking profits on that pop right there. But yeah, so we saw a lot of things moving. We saw, thanks, Drew. Appreciate that, buddy. Can you post what charts you are using to watch Bitcoin? What do you mean, native gamer? What charts? I use TradingView, and I look at a couple different exchanges. I pretty much live on Coinbase, though. That's pretty much the exchange I live on is Coinbase in terms of my charting. Ted, what's left to get into? Just got off the road so I can trade a little. Well, we can go through some charts here, Ted, if you'd like. I know last time I checked you were short Bitcoin, but it's looking like it may want to go up. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. I think Ethereum, it just started popping here, guys. We talked about, how come my Ethereum alert's not going off? 284, because we haven't hit it yet, that's why. But Ethereum, 1 hour left in this 2 hour candle. Volume's not very aggressive. This probably will pull back. But if Ethereum gets going, it has a potential for a very large pump. If you go to the daily chart, there's a trend line that I had. There it is. So there's a trend line here that we have based off these two prior highs. There's a decent possibility we can get up to here, which would give us almost a 90% gain in Ethereum if we get going and coming out of these low, very low areas. You can see the extreme sell-off we had here and the extreme sell-off we had here. I think we absolutely could get a really nice pump out of Ethereum, and as you can imagine, could lead to a really nice pump in some of these altcoins. So that's a pretty like kind move from here down and here down. So it would make sense that we would come right back up to this trend line. So, and that's 90%, guys. So I think from a larger term perspective and quality and all of that, I think Ethereum could be a very good trade if this gets going here. You know, volume is really the key to the breakout. You can try to get in early with a smaller position, but you know, so far so good. It does need to get above a prior high, which is this high right here, and we've got our alert set at 284. My line's a little high here. Maybe I'll do it at 284 basically. Do you mind looking at nebulas? Not at all, Drew. Thanks again, Drew. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. So nebulous and Nebel, N-E-B-L, isn't that what it is? We have that on the spreadsheet here. Excuse me. We've got Nebel. There it is. Nebulous or Neblio? This is Neblio. What's nebulous? N-E-B-U-L-A-S. Oh, N-A-S. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, NAS very similar to a chart pattern like Ethereum. We have that sideways action. This is kind of akin to what I like to call a gooseneck pattern. I made it up. No one else knows about it. It's just I kept seeing the same pattern over and over again, and it kind of looks like a gooseneck. So what a gooseneck is that you have a symmetrical triangle. It fails, goes lower, comes higher, and then breaks out again. You know, like that. That's a traditional gooseneck pattern. If you go back through charts in 2017, you'll see it all over the place. It's insane. So, but yeah, actually, I really like this. This actually looks really good. I like the curling action right here. That's something I've been noticing for a long time, and I'm looking for more and more. Anytime you see curling action like this, I think you get ready to buy, and your buy point right here is over a pretty well-defined level right there at about the 2813 level. That could probably get you into this coin if volume is expanding. And it looks like it wants to, kind of based on some of this action. I love that right there. That's really good. So, you know, it could pop up, and like I said, it could do this gooseneck type of a pattern. We'll have to wait and see. But, yeah, you'll see this all over the place. You'll see a symmetrical triangle. You'll see it'll fail, and then it'll pop right back up. It just happens everywhere. What's up, Alex? Thank you very much. How do you set stops on cup and handle patterns? Well, there's a pretty easy way to do it as long as the pattern's pretty well shaped. And what's got a well shaped? What were we looking at? Was it Nano? Nano had the cup with handle, right? There you go. Okay, so Nano actually has two cup and handles here. Now this is a bit of a strange one because your stop loss orders are not within proper percentage bases, but all right, come on. All right, hold on. I'm gonna have to reset my chart here real quick. It gets very memory heavy and starts to lag on me, so there we go. All right, so, you know, in your cup with handle, what you have here is your cup and your handle right there. Now, you have two breakout points. Number one is your early breakout point, which is once the handle is formed, you have an early breakout point. Let me get rid of that. So there's your early breakout point. That's really the most aggressive buy point. Usually is a good one, and you want to put your stop loss pretty much just under the handle. That's really where you want to put your stop loss. That's a very natural stop. Now, if you notice in this instance with Nano, it's 11% lower. That is a massive stop loss. You typically don't want to have an 11% stop loss in a trade. And I mean, unless you have like small positions, then 11% may be okay, but that's still a lot of risk to take. So if you were to trade Nano from here, you may have been forced to take a smaller trade via some good money management rules. But really, this is where you want to put it. So if you have, you know, like I said, there were pretty much two handles in Nano. depending on which way you wanted to take it. And there was this one too, and that was your early entry point. And this one would have given you a 7.8% down draw right there. And so that's pretty much where you want to put that at. Ideally. Now, another thing you could have done in this situation, you see there's a little low, about 5% lower. You could have put a stop down there, because your general thought process here is that a cup with handle should break out and really shouldn't have a huge drawdown. It shouldn't go down at all if you know the market is healthy and everything's good. Now, if you invest in a crappy market into a cup with handle, it's probably not going to work out. But in a well-trending market, this has a very well-defined uptrend, good volume signature coming into the cup, and the handle is a good volume signature. And so it kind of went off to the races there. And so that could have kept you in the trade, even if you notice that one never got hit. Even over here as it pulled back, that one never got hit. Now, if you went for the traditional breakout, which is actually at the top of the right side of the cup, that'd have been a very deep stop loss at about 16%. That may have actually kept you out of it if you practice very strict money management rules. All right, so people are saying Bitcoin moving a little bit. It looks like. Oh, don't know why they're saying that. Doesn't look like it really. Looks like it's pulling back here. Let's see what I missed here. Pretty sure I missed a bunch of stuff. So someone mentions Dash. Yeah, Dash had a pretty good pump. We noticed Dash a few days ago. Right here, we noticed Dash right there out of that little pennant. It was just a beautiful little pennant, very, very minute volume. It's just a beautiful little pattern, and broke out from there, threw all the way back down to the breakout point, and then looks like it was off to the races. So I did not partake in that trade, to be honest with you, but for those of you that did, I mean, guys, it doesn't get better than that. Look at that entry point. Look at that. That's perfect. That's a perfect entry point. So, by hawking the charts, learning what all these things mean, you can do really good for your account. And that's, we talk about all this stuff every day in the Power Hour. So, I guess I'll use this opportunity to talk about the Power Hour. So, Real Crypto Power Hour. You can go here. You can go to let's log out so you guys see the front side. You can go to services here. You can check out the Power Hour right there, the Real Crypto Power Hour. So every single day we do, it ends up being about an hour and a half to 2 hours. It's like, it should be called Real Crypto 2 hours of power or something like that. So, and we maintain our watch list, which we have a tremendous amount of coins in our watch list here. You can see them all right there. And this is our purgatory list. And then we also, we go over all of these. We TA all these. We have notes. We have buy points here. And we have a Slack chat room that we actually get some alerts on now, thanks to a community member, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Everyone thank Paul. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's been fantastic. So if you guys are interested in being a little more active, learning a little more about the craft that you're choosing, then I suggest a Power Hour. I'm biased, of course. All right, look at nulls. We should have nulls here in the spreadsheet. Nulls in the spreadsheet. Yep, there we go. All right, so here's one thing you're going to notice right now is a lot of the coins are going to put in, like, you can kind of break the coins into two or three groups right now. It's not the exact number, but just bear with me here. So you've got the coins that have moved, VET, ONT, Nano, right? The coins that have moved a lot. And you have the coins that are still basing. Okay, and then there's some coins in between and a bunch of other coins that look horrible. So you kind of have those groups. And, this is one of those that's basing with that same type of pattern right here we see with Litecoin, we see with Bitcoin Cash. And, all these coins have these horizontal points of resistance, and they're all going to break out at some point in time. So you just kind of have to watch out for that. But, yeah, nulls looks pretty good here. Don't know if we have a note on nulls, though. We've had no note on nulls. We have like, I don't know, 20, 30 stocks we're tracking, or coins we're tracking right there. BTC to break the long-term downtrend. Is that a question? I'm not sure if your theme got or the may got, or if that's a reference to something pop culture. I'm apparently too old to know about it. So if you're referring to the actual bear market, here's the thing about that. The market, at least the altcoin market looks pretty good right now. Does it mean that we go back into complete bull mode? No, it does not. Absolutely not. And there you go, VET popping a little bit right there. Very nice. Go VET. I like it. So Bitcoin has quite a work to do before we get out of the downtrend. Let's go to the daily chart on Bitcoin. So this is kind of my predominant theory in Bitcoin right now. Okay, we have a series of lower highs, each about 15% from the other one, and we have a potential compound head and shoulders here. Now the Bitcoin price action here isn't super healthy. We're sitting within a rising channel, which is a bear flag after a huge drop from 8,500, essentially straight down from 85 until we stopped here at 61. That's a pretty big decline. And that's going to take time to wear off. So it dropped like 28%, almost straight down. And it's going to take a while for that to wear off, and that's really what this is. Now, if we break up higher here, this looks like a nice little cup with handle, and it's pretty good, okay? It's a pretty good cup with handle. But the thing is, the volume here is very weak. We were, had nice healthy volume up here. Look at this nice volume, and then in this base, what we have is lower green volume. Albeit there is some green volume here. It's, there's more green than red. I'll definitely give you that. Some decent bottoming action. Also, a lot of decent topping action. This is a topping candle. This is a topping candle, and they both have very high volume. So the market is still extremely mixed when it comes to Bitcoin, and probably most of the altcoins as well, from a bigger term perspective. And so, I really wouldn't be getting very aggressive. Really, to me, what would really signal we're in a bull market is a clear break of 8,500. And I don't think that's in the cards right now. I really don't. And I think there's a lot of opportunity in the altcoin market. I would let Bitcoin be, watch what it does, and, maybe wait for that Ethereum to break out. I mean, like I said, you look at Ethereum here, there's a good potential that Ethereum rallies for a tremendous amount of time. Even all the way up to this prior low is a 50% move. That's really better than trying to pick and choose Bitcoin, which at best you're going to get like what is it to 7,200? That's kind of where I have it stopping, like an 8% gain. So, you don't always have to trade Bitcoin. The altcoin market's great right now, and Bitcoin is kind of struggling on every time frame. It's not super clear the direction, but if you look at the Ethereum chart on the smaller term time frame, we definitely have come down a tremendous amount. It would be perfectly natural for it to move higher. And if you go to the smaller term, you can see right there, the volume's getting quiet. We have a little bit of increased volume here as we're starting to percolate higher. And, when we get over this 284 level, 285 level, we'll probably start rocketing. So I really wouldn't be worried too much about Bitcoin when there's potentially a ton of money to be made in Ethereum and some of these other altcoins. Let me get to the bottom here, see what I missed up. I'm sure I missed a bunch of stuff. My answers tend to be a little long. That's okay. A lot of people like it. It doesn't tell us much, Ted. It doesn't tell us anything until we cross 6,800. That's kind of what I'm looking at right there. So NEO up 13%, Dash up 24%. Have you noticed coins moving more after the daily candle changes over? No, not really. I don't track things like that, to be honest with you. I don't really. I do like when the daily candle changes over, though, because you can kind of see what's moving because all the percentages reset. That part I do like. I like seeing the real time momentum is what I like, in relation to one another. That's what I do like. Like right now, the market, the UTC time closes in 45 minutes, and so these are all over the place, but they're going to zero out here in 45 minutes, and it's really going to be nice. And then you're going to see which ones are actually popping, so that's cool. So we got gas up 16% here. I mean, just tons of altcoins on the move, guys. GBT up 16%. These are the ones that we track. These aren't all the cryptos, by the way, just so you know. These aren't all the cryptos. You got VET up 12%, Ontology 10%, Nano good pullback 16% down, Dash 22. Like we said, Neo 13. Yeah, there was our buy in Neo. There's your cup and handle in Neo. We talked about that. There's your buy point. Boom, off to the races. Off to the races you go. So Love it. Omisego was a good buy. I think we have that in purgatory. So we're not looking at daily at Omisego anymore. We're waiting for that really to make its decision on what it wants to do. So, okay, looks like it's a little late to making its cup, but looks like it is wanting to make its cup. So maybe we'll take Omisego out of purgatory tomorrow. But I think I have the purgatory note for Omisego pretty high. I have the purgatory one's pretty high. We just started tracking too many damn coins. 4.5 is where I have it. Yeah, so it's right about there. So we didn't catch this today, and that figures, right? Every time you do something, the market does the opposite. That's just kind of the way stuff goes. So there's a little trend line you could have bought off of. Yeah, I mean, Omisego looking better than it has. I mean, it wasn't looking very great over here, but the past couple of days have solidified the chart patterns in many coins. Many, many, many coins. All right, so I got 2 people asking to buy VET now, which means it's probably going to drop soon. That's kind of how that works. So VET is an interesting situation. You had this big run-up. We had a cup with handle, which turned into a failed cup with handle, which turned into a whipsaw, which gave us a symmetrical triangle. And charts evolve, ladies and gentlemen, and you have to evolve with them. And that's one of the reasons why I think I like the Power Hour so much, honestly, is that we get to see the evolution, and you guys can watch me kind of evolve these trend lines, and it keeps me honest in doing this stuff too. So up 8% from a potential breakout point here. It's a little extended. Volume's pretty good though, and it's not massive, which means that there's probably still plenty of volume to come. So you probably could buy it, but you're going to run a little bit. You're going to run a little bit of a risk in terms of a stop loss. There's not going to be a great stop loss here. I mean, maybe down here about 10%. That's a little deep. So if you're willing to take that kind of a risk, maybe trade with a smaller position, you can go ahead and maybe get involved in VET there. Shill some real stocks. I could shill some real stocks. Yeah. I don't have anything prepared for any of them. But yeah, so just so you guys do know, I do have a real stocks channel. It should be in the description of the video, real-stocks, if you guys are interested in the stock market. If you're not, you're stupid. I'm just going to put that out there. We got NASDAQ here at all-time highs, guys, just to give you guys some information about a market. I know a lot of people are adverse to the stock market for some reason, but all-time highs for the NASDAQ, guys. This market's off to the races. We see, a lot of coins. These are all the stocks that I follow. Not all, these are the ones I follow. I look at a bunch more, but a bunch of green today in the market, a little bit of red as usual, but I mean, it's been a tremendous rally in the markets recently, guys, and just lots of money to be made here. We've seen so many stocks go up tremendous amounts. So we got Cron here. Look at Cron going down here where we were looking at it around $6 up at 12.04. So rising 100% in about a week and a half. So if you guys think there's no money to be made in stocks, then you just don't know what you're talking about. All right. Let's get back to that. TradingView link. We can try it out here. That's a 3-week chart. Why would you do anything on a 3-week chart? That's just so much time frame per bar. That's crazy. I don't do TD sequential, to be honest with you. It's not something that I do. You don't need to. It's just too much. I don't know. You don't need to know 57 strategies. You need to know one really well in order to take money out of the market. I guess is the thesis there that it goes higher after the 9. Yeah, it could be. Could be. EOS, I hate it, and I'm playing a devil's advocate here. Okay, let's take a look at EOS. Where is EOS? Is that in purgatory too? EOS was acting like garbage. Or no, Cardano's in purgatory. I wonder if Cardano made moves. Oh yeah, Cardano made moves. Of course, right after you put it in purgatory, it makes moves. Into new lows, curling back higher. This is one, Cardano is one that just didn't act healthy. Like Ethereum had this low, hasn't really retested the low, and pretty much put in this type of a pattern, where Omisigo chose to go way the hell down low like this for some reason, and just looked like extreme weakness. And so we basically took it off. But yeah, I probably won't get interested again in Cardano for a while. But yeah, I guess it's not doing too bad here. Themes asking about XRP. Sure, absolutely. XRP right there. BTC. What's our node? And oh, did we hit our trigger? Our trigger's not working. 208 is our trigger in Ripple. Oh no, that's XVG. What the hell am I doing? 4166 was our trigger in XRP. Well, did I fat finger that? I may have fat fingered that. Could be, Polly. Could be. Yeah, so yeah, if the market gets healthy, I think Cardano probably will do pretty good there. Replace ADA with EOS. Yeah, may replace with XRP. XRP was really just in this crazy downtrend. Started flattening out here. We noticed that. I'm trying to figure out where my alert level came from. Maybe I inadvertently clicked the wrong symbol there. I don't know, but yeah. So Ripple looking pretty good right here. I wish the volume signature was a little bit different. Maybe it's just because it's on Binance. I don't know, but it's looking pretty good right here. Maybe it'll get going again. So I think it's a fairly low risk entry point. You got about 2.5% of risk here. You can probably give it 3.5% for a little more safety, and then you can hold on to that one for a while. Eli, pretty sure it's your friend. MFT, Taj, talk about MFT, guys. Power hour people, MFT coming up to our potential buy point here very fast. We have our alert set up here. MFT on the spreadsheet, we have an alert at 97, which already hit 97 on the spreadsheet. This is my overall alert. So MFT, yeah, very nice action right there. Increased volume on the right-hand side. We have increased volume here, then the pause and low volume, then increased volume again. Could be very healthy action right there in MFT, guys. So if you guys are interested in a low-cap coin, I forget what it does. We knew it at one point in time, but I forgot. And we'll see if we... yeah, we'll see if we can get rocking there in MFT. Could be good. This has a long ways to go up. It's down quite a bit. For those of you not in the power hour, someone suggested we follow MFT since the ICO is kind of a way so I can show them how to handle ICO coins. And so we actually watched it pump here. A couple guys took a trade up here, made some money, and then we ended up going into a huge downtrend. Didn't touch it, haven't touched it, and then now we may be coming to the point where we actually want to get involved. So pretty interesting times in MFT. Eli, should I go check that out? Should I go check out your Slack chat? Okay. Who dat? I don't know if I know how to do that. Yeah, there you go, Eli. I like that. All right, let me see if I can... Maybe I can just do that in the... Guys, bear with me a second here. Don't know if I can do that effectively. Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, let's get back to it here. So yeah, gas up 16, pumping a little bit here. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, that guy. Yeah, I can do that. There you go, Eli. Tron's looking much better. Digibyte and Tron. Let's go check out Digibyte. So it looks like our buy point in Digibyte. Yeah, we noticed it was being touched during the power hour this morning right there. Or right there. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock right there. And looks like it has a couple of downside wicks here. So yeah, it could get interesting. It's not my favorite chart pattern, to be honest with you. There's a lot of other chart patterns that are much more high quality than this thing. But yeah, it could get going here. Not mad at it. And then Sam's asking about Tron. So yeah, Tron, we had the declining trend line, a little W pattern down here. That was our initial buy point right there for Tron. Yeah, there you go, Eli. I'll put you in charge of the chat room. How's that? That'll work, Eli. There you go. Thanks, man. Yeah, Tron doing pretty good here. Coming up to... Actually, looks like it's already past that point right there, which is the prior closing high. We have the intra-bar high right there, which is going to be interesting to kind of get that going. See what the volume's like here on Tron. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. You know, it can pause any time up here, guys. That's the other thing about up here. It can pause. It can stop. So I really wouldn't get super aggressive up there, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't quite know how to do that, Eli. I'll see if I can figure that out. Substratum. We can take a look at Sub. Go said he saw the extreme stream and thought Bitcoin was down 20%. No, I just haven't done a daily video in a while, or not, but a video, a public update in a while. I just figured the live stream would be a little bit nicer way to get to talk to everyone. Extreme stream. Ed Weezy wants me to look at ontology. Okay. I'm looking at ontology. What do you want me to see? What do you want me to say? We've looked at this about 15 times so far. Everybody wants to look at ontology, and probably for a good reason. Ontology's been working pretty good. It had a huge uptrend. A very nice symmetrical triangle type of a pattern. Don't know if it's actually that exactly, but yeah, kind of off to the races there. Good volume on the upswing right there. I do enjoy that. And Marco says Litecoin broke. Let's go check Litecoin. All right, Litecoin broke that right there. Off to the races, guys. All right, so there you go, Litecoin. Let's see what Ethereum's doing. Not much. Let's see if Bitcoin Cash is following. And it's trying to, hasn't quite broken our trend line yet there. And Bitcoin's still not doing anything. Bitcoin's still not doing anything. So Litecoin moving first is actually good for Bitcoin. We've been noticing Litecoin is kind of the sentiment indicator for Bitcoin. If Litecoin can do good things, then Bitcoin can probably do good things. That's kind of what it is. But haven't quite broken that trend line there. We'll see if this is a third touch or a breach and then a pullback. But yeah, so far so good. Volume expansion after breaking this level very clearly, which we discussed earlier. Like it. Yeah, lots of good stuff happening here, guys. Lots of good stuff happening here. Let's check out the 15-minute. There you go. Some nice volume expansion. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pretty big volume candles back to back to back almost. That's pretty good. Someone mentioned Sub. Let's go look at Sub. We've got them on the list as well. somewhere. Where's sub? ETH is moving now? I hope so. Can't wait for ETH to move. ETH needs to get going. IOTA moving. Nice. Yep, half an hour, new daily candle. Exactly. Sorry, getting distracted by chat, and I'm looking at Ethereum on my other screen too here. I need that 284 to be taken out before I can enter my position. Do we purgatory sub? I don't see sub on here. Sub Stratum Bitcoin. Oh, there it is. I guess I just completely missed it. All right, so sub we had, so there's a cup and handle. There's your buy point, which is kind of the top of this point. And yeah, kind of off to the races. It's in a pullback right now. Could be an interesting place to enter. There's a bit of a high volume candle right there. Could be a bottoming candle. It's a little bit above this one, so that may be healthy action if you want to try to take a position. And it's still pretty deep at a 6% stop loss. Still pretty deep at a 6% stop loss, but maybe it'll do good things. I don't know. Well, ETC is a horrible coin, so I think that's why that's not moving. It's pretty much a useless coin. It only got pumped via Coinbase. Other than that, it'll probably go back dormant again. There's nothing really happening, to my knowledge at least. If I'm incorrect, please someone correct me. I don't want to, FUD people too much here, but ETC is still not really doing a whole heck of a lot. All right, Ethereum popping a little bit. They're getting to 281. Bitcoin, I just got an alert on Bitcoin Cash, guys, from the Power Hour. There you go. I don't know, Rahul. Rahul's asking, is it a bull trap? Then pull the rug again. You know, it could be. It could happen. It could happen, but you just kind of have to. You kind of have, if you're scared to trade, then you're not going to make any money in the markets. You kind of have to. You have to trade the opportunities. That's pretty much all you can do. No, you don't have to. You don't have to justify Bcash. You don't have to buy it. You can trade something else there. So, all right, guys, my buddy Eli reminded me to remind you guys to subscribe and to please like the video. Share the video with your closest friends and family. Share it all over Twitter, everywhere. Put it on Eli Musk's page. Put it on Peter Brandt's page because he banned me. And, yeah, put it everywhere. So, guys, I really would appreciate that. How many likes do we have? Can someone tell me how many? We have 187 people. We got to have like 100 likes. If we don't have 100 likes, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. So if you guys haven't hit that like button, please go ahead and use your mouse appropriately and click something. So 38 likes. Should I start talking about BitConnect again? I think I need to start talking about BitConnect. All right, on to our favorite coin, BitConnect, which as of last time I checked, BitConnect on CoinMarketCap is only on one horribly garbage exchange, so it's basically a dead coin. But buy BitConnect. That is a complete joke, by the way. Don't ever buy BitConnect. Don't ever buy BitConnect. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. BQX. We can check BQX. 100% increase. All right, we're going parabolic in the likes column. That's always a good thing. Parabolic on likes. Shall I buy BitConnect? Probably not. You probably should. Although it is funny. I was doing some. I was doing some I was doing some live streams, I don't know, what, 2-3 weeks ago, guys? And literally until I got 100 likes, I literally just talked about BitConnect for like 5 minutes. It was a lot of fun. I got to be honest with you. It was a lot of fun talking about BitConnect, but I'm only going to do that 1 or 2 times, and I've already done that 2 or 3 times. But yeah, in terms of BQX here, another nice cup with handle. You know, very nice cup with handle. This one's a little bit different. A little bit different. We at 100 yet, guys? Come on, got to get to 100. Someone's got to get to 100. But so this probably should be your point of the cup, but the problem is that you have this is kind of a failed breakout. But either way, you know, I don't want to get too deep in the technical woods here. We don't have a lot of time for that. But there's a little handle. Yeah, if it breaks out over that, if you're into BQX, absolutely, probably could take a position. The volume is pretty good on the right side of the cup, which is what you want to see. Some fairly declined volume in the handle here. It's a little aggressive. It's not as low as I would like, but it could work. I mean, a lot of coins could work here. A lot of coins that don't even have patterns could work. Like Pay. I mean, Pay could pump, and it looks like complete garbage, to be quite honest with you. Short-term target on VET for 270. Are you taking a fib on that, a measured move, or how are you getting to 270 there, Promoy? BConnect will moon soon. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't have a target for this position, to be honest with you. I think it's just going to run, and I'm going to go with it and just use general price action rules as I typically do. You know, that's kind of how I'm managing that. Measured move from this prior run right there. You could do that maybe. Yeah, just for this leg probably. Yeah, 274. That's not bad. Got another alert on BitConnect on my other screen, guys. Yeah, that could be a little pump. But to be honest with you here, Permahoy, we got, I mean, a big pattern, so you may try to hold out for a bigger move there. So that may be something to do, is hold out for that larger move. Neo going for another leg. Let's take a look at Neo up 15%. Let's go to the 15-minute candle, and we're kind of rocketing higher here a little bit. Let's check out the volume. 7 minutes left in a 15-minute candle. Halfway through, this volume's already pretty high. Yeah, this could be a good candle for Neo. But we're also coming up to this level right here at the 30.27 at this prior high. Definitely a point that we can pull back from. We've seen a couple of points where we've pretty much pulled back right there, and right from those points. So just be careful up here. Wait for it to break. Since we're so close, don't arbitrarily buy it now. Wait for it to break before really getting too much involved in Neo. Now, if you bought lower, like say, you know, somewhere down here, I'm not mad at that entry because it's kind of a low risk entry point, to be honest with you. But here's a little bit more risky, and Ethereum looks like it's getting froggy. Ethereum getting froggy, guys. $282.50, getting close to that 284. There we go. Got some volume on the 15-minute. Look at that. Very nice. Now, Ethereum does have kind of a bit of a rounded action right there. Got some good volume there on Ethereum. It's trying. It wants to go. As soon as some market orders come into play here, it's off. It's off to the races, guys. Oh, 283. There we go. 284, done. Bam. All right, let's see what happens here. Do we pause? Do we rally? And we're just hanging out here for now. This should be the launch pad point, guys. Not that it goes straight up, but This should be an area of 284 crossing this where it should get very healthy price action coming in here. There you go, 285. All right, 285. There we go. Kevin, what up, Kevin? ETH BTC. Ooh, good question. Let's take a look at ETH BTC. So there's BTC going. All right, 680 whatever. There's Bitcoin rallying right there. Ethereum at 285. Someone check out Twitter, see if this is short covering. Let's go. Actually, I want to check it out if it is short covering. See if we have some. MFT right there across my trend line. Man, everything's breaking out here, guys. If you guys aren't buying something right now, let's put some money to work. This is one of those times where you probably just kind of have to pull the trigger. That's about it. Regardless of your market theory, you just kind of have to pull the trigger. Now, could this be a fake out? Sure, it can be a fake out, but we'll have to wait and see. Doesn't mean you don't pull the trigger. Dash went ballistic. Oh yeah, Dash up another 5% right there. Zcash, wow. All right. Zcash up 15%. We talked about this cup with handle. Regardless of the fact that it's really choppy and stuff, but we talked about that cup with handle and boom, there it goes. Nano still down. VET now up 15%. Pretty good. Oh yeah, ETH BTC. Sorry, I'm getting excited here, Kevin. Getting excited. We do track ETH BTC over here. And so there you go. Yeah, we talked about ETH BTC getting over this level here. So here's the thing, Kevin. If Ethereum's rallying and Bitcoin's rallying, it makes no sense to sell your Bitcoin for Ethereum unless Bitcoin's rallying stronger than Bitcoin. Then obviously that's going to make things a little bit simpler to make a decision in terms of whether to buy it or not. Another one we haven't really talked about a lot, well, today at all, is just got the trigger on Ethereum in the real signals in the Slack, so that's cool. So we got ETP right here. Not really doing a whole lot. If you guys don't know about ETP, it has been up like 500% in the past month. It's been on an insane run, and man, I don't know why, but what up, Mexican Charlie Lee? How you doing? But yeah, it's been going crazy if you guys don't know about that. So 285.73 on Ethereum. But yeah, in terms of Ethereum versus Bitcoin, I'm not sure. I mean, this is an interesting pairing, to be honest with you. I forget what ETP is. You know, it's an interesting pairing, and there you go. You got Ethereum selling down to Bitcoin, and you got some selling coming into Ethereum here a little bit, but we're still at 286, still going higher. I mean, everything looks like it wants to break out. Let's just take a quick look through the power hour coin. So ETP is breaking down. VET looks like it's just chilling, not doing a whole lot. Ontology just chilling. Yeah, I think you should buy, Benedict. I just took some positions. I mean, I just bought Ethereum on that breakout at 284. Volume's really good. It's not rocketing up, but it's holding okay for right now. So we got Icon here looking like it may want to have a little bit of a move. We'll have to wait and see there. Look like a bit of a bottom's been put in. We got Zill look like a little handle on Zill. We were talking about that, and this is your breakout point right there at the 646 or something like that level. And that may get going on Zill. You can see a beautiful larger cup with handle. That's a good structure. I do like that. You've got Loom with another cup with handle that's broken out. It's not doing much right now. Kind of pausing, which I'm not too happy about. Substratum, Theta. What's MFT doing? Oh, rocketing higher. You know what? I'm actually gonna get out of my. I do have a position in Loom. I'm gonna take profit on Loom. Looks like I'm gonna go into some MFT, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go into MFT. All right. Oh, MFT number 2 in terms of percentage gain today. That's fantastic. That was weird. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. I'm a trader, and I'm trading, so let me trade. Shut up. Not that anyone's saying anything, but... MFT... Okay. Yeah, really weird. Binance's platform's a little weird. I can't feel too bad for the shorts. It is what it is. I mean, look, this, this could, 285. We haven't really rallied too hard here. Litecoin's up pretty good, though. Litecoin really, I wish Ethereum would do that, but it's not so far. It's just kind of hanging out on Ethereum. So you got Tron, you got IOTA doing really well right there. Litecoin really broke that trend line nicely. Good volume, happened pretty quick. Still under this low, but that may change in time. We'll have to see. That looks like XRP up 5%. It popped as well. So yeah, Ethereum just starting to get going. We'll have to see how that works there. And then Bitcoin up at 69. Oh, looks like it's putting in a little bit of a double top right there so far. Just pausing, nothing crazy. Nothing too aggressive right there. In either direction. I mean, it's not an abnormal it's not an abnormal pop. The volume's not super crazy. We'll just have to see what happens. Is this pump in BTC the short squeeze everyone is talking about for days now? Well, it's a move. I don't know if it's a short squeeze or if it's actual organic buying. You never do quite get to know that, to be honest with you. You kind of can take a look at some of the shorts and kind of ascertain that, hey, yes, this is in fact a short squeeze because the shorts got lowered, but sometimes you don't get that opportunity. Because keep in mind the shorts could be covering somewhere else and doesn't show up in this Bitfinex chart. All right, like it doesn't have to show up here. So there's the shorts on Bitfinex, there's the longs on Bitfinex. Now, if I remember correctly, this is the stuff on leverage. This doesn't count like normal trading. So this is a small section of their trading platform, but whatever it is, you can see it curling down here a little bit on this pop-up. And then the long's not super aggressive here. All right, Ethereum still 285, 286, showing there's definitely some selling still up there towards the 286 level. And we're 286 and a quarter right now. I think I'm gonna give Litecoin some love with a small position. Yeah, I'll probably just leave it as it is right now. So there you go. There you go, guys. There's the pop you've all been waiting for. It's already done. Congratulations. Congratulations. Go to your nearest Lambo salesman. Tell him you want the yellow Lamborghini. And there's probably a 4-year waiting list because everyone else wants it too. Yeah, not a super high volume candle, to be honest with you. I stop on Ethereum. Actually, haven't placed one definitively yet. Technically, it shouldn't get hit, to be honest with you. This is a really good place to buy. It's a fantastic place to buy, and it really shouldn't get hit. But my stop is down here at 270. Actually, down here, about 273. That's my stop, 273. So. All right, let's look around. We got Dash up 31, Neo up $20.50. So yeah, definitely another leg up there in Neo. I've been looking at BTC, Suresh. We're looking all over the place. The problem is Bitcoin's not the only coin trading. There's lots of other coins with lots of other patterns, so we're looking at all of it. Yeah, Permohoy, I did get into MFT. Yeah, I sold some of the coins that were underperforming, and then I just went into MFT as it crossed our alert level. Be nice, Charlie Lee. Where's MFT? I wanted to look at MFT again. I'm in the top 20. I need to be in the power hour. So we got Dash, we got Neo, and MFT. There we go, up 22%. And good breakout there on MFT. Little cup, and I guess I didn't really view this as a handle, but maybe I should have. Yeah, I should have viewed that as a handle. And yeah, MFT off to the races, guys. So this is when you get involved in ICO. So for all of us in the power hour that have been tracking this for so long, that's how you get into an ICO coin, just like that. You're welcome. It's awesome. It's fantastic. Yeah, you could have got in right there, but you would have had to hold through all this FUD. So you wait till this play out. Maybe it rolls over again, but we get another prior high breaking out there, and that's super good. So is it going to continue? I don't know. You know, have your stop losses in place. Aviad, you got in at 87. You're the man. You get in super early. Way down here. On the pump there. All right. Very nice. I like it. Up 30%. Not bad. Is the power hour everything you thought it would be, Aviad? You've been hanging out a long time and you just finally got involved. So is it, you like it? Be my commercial here for everyone. And watch this tanks. Watch, now we're gonna have a big red candle. This is the next candle in MFT. Now that we just bought MFT, just so you know. Yes, BTC broke 6,800. Let's go check it out. I know. We watched it. Well, we didn't watch it as it broke. We were watching Ethereum actually cross 284. But yeah, Bitcoin broke out. When we saw Bitcoin, it was up a little bit, 68.50 or something like that, 68.90. Charlie Lee, will we see a bull run in the fourth quarter? I don't know. Mexican Charlie, I'm kind of done with that, with those questions, just to be quite honest with you. You know, back when we were rhyming with the 2014 market, I think we took our best shot at trying to figure out when things would happen. But to be honest with you, by having those expectations, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. What you're doing, if you're trying to formulate an opinion based on time frame, like it's going to run in the fourth quarter, the second quarter, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be per quarter. But whatever that is, you're actually setting yourself up for failure instead of looking at the charts and looking at the action, because that's really what's valuable. In terms of, you know, when we're going to move, it doesn't really quite matter, to be honest with you. It just matters that we do move, and it matters if the action is healthy or if the action is not healthy. That's really what matters. And so, you know, I've really stopped looking at time. I've just stopped. You know, I was early on in the bear market. You know, we were rhyming with 2014. I was putting some videos out saying, you know, May 25th, which was my birthday, is, you know, according to this rhyme, is when it was going to bottom. We know that didn't happen. And then, you know, after April, after that April bottom in Bitcoin, it really stopped rhyming with 2014. Ever since this low, we kind of stopped rhyming with it. So I really stopped tracking it in accordance to 2014, because I don't want to get myself in a mental situation where I'm forced, and this is an internal struggle, you know, like I'm forced to try to make this chart pattern fit this narrative. I'd rather just let the chart tell me where to go and make it easy. Litecoin Summit with big announcements that will lead to no price action. Good to know, Kevin. Yeah, guys, don't be too. Also, don't get too into news. Don't get too into. I mean, you should know what's going on. You should obviously read the articles, but that shouldn't really affect your trading in one direction or another. To be honest with you. It doesn't look like a short squeeze. I mean, I don't know, though. We don't have all the short information in the market. In fact, my indicator on my chart there, the red and green, the red is the BitMEX shorts, the green is the BitMEX longs. And you can see on that pump we don't have a dramatic decrease in the shorts. So I can't say it's a pump, or I can't say it's a short covering pump. I can't really say in either direction. You think we're dumping Aviata at the turn of the hour? Speaking of which, guys, I'm probably going to have to get going at about the turn of the hour. I got to go pick up my children's, and then maybe I'll do an actual public video for the people that don't want to watch the entire hour of the live stream here. But yeah, so the alt's looking good. Bitcoin just popped here a little bit. Could be looking good. Keep in mind, we're also still well within this bear flag, ladies and gentlemen. We're still well within the bear flag. Okay, so until we have, you know, some kind of a low retest in some fashion, or we just put in very bullish behavior from here, we probably can end up rolling back over again. That's kind of my general opinion. Now we're at 69.09. So we'll see that there. And this is our 72.50 area, kind of where we think Bitcoin may go to next. That's kind of the general thesis, is where Bitcoin can go to, and that's based on you know, the fact that the okay, getting a pain in the butt here. So I'm going to get rid of this long short indicator here. There we go. So that's based on the fact that all of these prior highs, and Ethereum off to the races, 287.68. Oh, 287.34. It's over. It's over, guys. Sorry. So each of these higher lows came down 15% from the prior high, and that's really what this is based on. Right about there. Right about there. So that's a very natural place for it to go to. Excuse me. Katie says 1 trillion market cap by the end of the week. Absolutely. Guaranteed. Guaranteed 1 trillion market cap by the end of the week. Yes, Friday. 4 days to go, guys. 4 days to go. $1 trillion. I'm just kidding. For those of you that don't understand me and my sarcasm, that's sarcasm. That's sarcasm. But yeah, so still well within the bear flag. 7,200 for me would be not really a game changer, but it would be something interesting to note. There's a good amount of support, resistance, kind of. It looks like we're kind of right at those resistance levels in Bitcoin. Good volume here, though, on the daily. It's a little expanded, which is good. Have we taken out that prior high yet? Let's go take a peek. Oh yeah, we did. We did take out. Yeah, we already did. I saw that earlier. I'm sorry. Did take out that prior high. We'll see what happens. Is this a BART? Is this you know, what is this? I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But if you got involved, good, Ted. I hope you had your shorts covered here. We've talked about that for the past couple of days, buddy. So take the loss and just kind of walk it off. But you wouldn't have had a big loss at all, anyways, from how I know how you layered into that trade. All right, so is anything really moving here again, or are we just... oh, there we go. The hour just switched, so now you're going to get to see what's moving and what's not. So Bitcoin's down, Bitcoin's up, Bitcoin's down. Oh, Bitcoin's up and down. Now all of Bitcoin's down. Darn it. Ethereum's got a little bit of red. Are we going down now after the new day just started, just to kind of create that bull candle to trigger all the algorithms? Zcash up 12%? What? No. That's not right. UTC time just ended 1 minute ago. Yeah, don't be too scared of the hour change. It usually doesn't lead to too crazy of events. DigiByte says it's up 5%. I don't know what's going on with some of these high percentage moves. They're not really doing those moves. Hot is up 11. Hot's up to 10 Satoshis, guys. That's awesome. So anyways, guys, I got to get out of here and get my kids. Thanks for joining me today. We'll go ahead and do this again sometime. I'll probably do... Well, I'll see if I can do a video when the kids get home. I really don't have a chance to do anything except do stuff with the kids. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining me today. Again, if you guys do like what I do, please feel free to check out the services over here at Real Crypto and the Real Crypto Power Hour, and where we do this every single day. Go over pretty much between 40 and 60 of the altcoins in the market that we kind of track every single day. All right, guys, there you go. Thanks for joining me. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.